Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you faces back to another video and another episode of Modded DireWolf20 with me, Kev. So I've had a bit of an issue and I've died, basically. I was trying to get some blaze powder from some blazes and yeah, too many of them spawned to the point where I got a bit overwhelmed. So I've made an executive decision with myself that I'm going to go and break the spawner so I can get my stuff back. Bear with. So I can see on the minimap in the top right corner where I died. Oh crap. I don't need to start me. Boom. Right, so we got my stuff back. Let's go and get to some safety for a minute. It says safety when there's fucking blazes around me again. Yeah, so we got all my stuff back. And I'm trying to get a blaze rod. There's a blaze here somewhere, I can hear him. I don't know where he is. Literally all I wanted was a blaze rod, and I died and didn't get one. He's up there. See if we can get it. Oh, okay, there's more. Oh, I want to try and trick them to come over. They don't always come over though. I thought I dodged that one. I am terrible at dodging these bastards, I swear. Right, let's see. Yeah, motherfucker. Right, run. Right, so we've only got one blaze rod, which I think is all I need anyway. Let's use my hacks and go home. Right, so let's actually start this video properly, shall we? So if I didn't say it, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome you faces back to another episode of Modded DireWolf20 with me, Kev. And yeah, the reason why I wanted blaze powder is because I wanted to make a better sword that I made here. Because there is a thing called, so we need to make lava wood, which is basically wooden planks covered in lava. And then we can make this firewood with the 2 blaze powder. And with that, we can then make a sword blade, which might be better than my iron one. So that's what I wanted to do. So let's quickly sleep because it's obviously nighttime. And now what we can do is we can just grab some lava from here. Can I not? Uh-oh. Here we go. Just grab myself a plank. Oh. Right, so that's got to go into here. To make sure lava's at the bottom. And pour that out. That would then give us the firewood. Or lava wood that we need. Like so. And then we put that in here, that in there. Nice. So then what I need is this. Oh, I need more. Okay. So I can't do that right now until I get some more blazes. But one of my things I wanted to do in this video is to try and make a bit of a mob farm so that we can get some, you know, resources and whatnot. So you can do it in a very different way. You can do it in multiple ways. Whatever way suits you, essentially. By the way, I did make a new mine shaft down here, so it goes all the way down there. But it stops right there, but it goes all the way across both sides. So that's one of the other differences I've made between recordings. I think there's some mobs out there, so I'm going to trash that. Here, he's at the back. So one of the ways I do my mob farms is I use a... There he is. So I typically do kind of like a build similar to this, and then I just use a bunch of other things, like a mod called mob grinding utils. I can make a mob masher, which I don't think I don't have everything to be able to make this right now. But it's basically iron spikes with a sword, redstone, iron, diamonds, and all that sort of stuff, and it makes this thing, which you can then upgrade to do other, more damage. These are all the modifiers that you can have. But yeah, I'm missing some stuff, so I think what I need to do is to find some more diamonds. So I need to go down to level 12 to find diamonds. Now, obviously I have this hammer, which is really, really helpful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go here, I think. Just dig down so that I can get to 12.
One eternity later.
Right, so I've just gone down to the old mine shaft just to get some resources that we're going to need. So I was fortunate enough to find some diamonds, some more redstone, and some other stuff as well. Iron, gold, and this yellowite, which will give us the stuff that we need later on. I'm going to whack all of that in there. Cobblestone is obviously full, so we have far too many cobblestone. That's stuff we can get rid of. Where obviously I broke the spawner for the blaze, we can reuse that with Ender.io, but these shards we can actually put in here, and this will actually give us some iron ingots. Just throw all that in there. We also have this pulsating crystal, which you can pop it into there, and some more essence. There's the iron from that. That we'll throw in there. Right. So, yeah, I want to make, if I can, the mob masher. So I'm going to need to make a bunch of things. So I'm going to bookmark this, which will put it over here so that it will always stay, no matter what I do, over this side. And first of all, I need to make these. So let's just grab a load of iron. So then I know for exact I need 2 blocks. We also need some wood, so we'll just grab a stack, use half a stack to split. And then we're going to need 3 swords. To make one of the spikes. So there's one, and then we'll do another one. So there we go. And then we need another one. I don't know whether it's going to use that one, but we'll see. It reckons it will at the minute. We need then one more block. We also need those and those. And yeah, it's not accepting that because it's obviously used. So let's empty that, make a new one. Boom. So there is the mob masher made. Now to power this, because obviously it's not going to do anything right now, what we can do is we can either, oh, it goes there, use a lever, which we can put to the side of it, and then just flick it on, because then it now causes damage. When it's off like this, it's completely harmless. The other thing you can do if you really wanted to is just take a redstone block, and if you break this and then put this on top, it will just continuously go. That's all well and good until, like me, being an idiot, will likely get myself killed. So I think what I want to do is I want to make a room somewhere where I can use this. The other thing I'm going to need, though, before I even think about using that, is a thing called vector plates. And that's partly why I've been growing the sugarcane for the sugar. But we're also going to need slime balls. And there is a way we can do it. Now, we can either use blood. So if we had any rotten flesh, which we have 4. Is there any more anywhere? There is actually. There's 3 up there. That's not going to get me a huge amount. We could also sacrifice ourselves if we really, really wanted to. I obviously do have blood in there. Let's just whack the rest of that rotten flesh in there. And I think, yeah, that's all of it. So that will get us some. Then I'm going to need sugar. So let's grab some sugar cane. Just go the whole way, might as well. We can then plant a few more. And then basically all of this so I can just make sugar. And then I need some more iron again. And some cobble. Wait, it's actually it's actually stone, right? Okay, we're gonna need 6, I believe. Right, bear with whilst I just do this. Right, so we've got everything we need now. So we out with it. We can make 3 lots, which obviously gives us 24. So with that, that will help us a bit. So now I need to basically decide where I want to put it. Realistically, I could put it outside somewhere, or I could potentially go down here somewhere. And I could just put it down here. Let's just repair my hammer. So I'm thinking I could put it here. Yeah. Then I can just run this across. That we could then put out windows up here and have a door so that we can get in and out. So then I need to figure out how many of these I can actually use. So let's say, for example, I wanted the mob masher here. What I want to do is put these down so they're all pointing in the direction of the masher. Pretty much like that. Now, if I crouch, it won't affect me, but if I stop crouching, you can see it pushes me over. Okay, so that's realistically how big we can do it. Which isn't terrible, so which then means I need to put the wall here. Because otherwise, if they aren't on one of these blocks, they'll just stand there. Which isn't what we really want. So if we have that, that should work. Right, I'm going to fiddle about with this, tart it up a little bit, and see how we get on. Right, so it's been a bit now, and I finally have the little room now for the mob farm. It's not the best in the world, but it obviously makes use of what I have at the moment. And essentially how this will work is basically this is just a dark room. So nothing's going to spawn right now because I'm right here. I have to be away from it for anything to spawn. But essentially it's a dark room that when you're away from it, things will spawn in here. They'll be pushed by the vector plates to the mob masher over the other side of the room. That will then obviously deal them damage over time because it's only a basic one for the moment. And then any drops should hopefully, if I've done it right, fall below, which will then follow an underground row of hoppers, which should eventually go into here. But I've used this dark glass as well, which makes it even darker. So I want to test. If I just throw that in, okay, it's not falling through because it's right there. I can see it. So for me to control that mob masher, I've made this little corridor. I can switch it off here. But yeah, there is that glass. And there is the hopper. So if we run back round, it should now be in here. There it is. So for some reason it's not falling through, which is a little bit annoying. I'm probably going to have to think of another option for that, if I'm honest. There is a thing called an absorption hopper. I don't know why I've got caps lock on. There we go. You can't really see it, but it's right here. I could do that, but it means going back to getting more blaze powder, which I think will probably be the best option, I believe. So I'm going to do that. Bear with. Right, I'm going to come clean. My expedition to get the blaze rod didn't go exactly to plan because I now have another one of these. However, I do have one of these. And if you don't know what these are, by the way, these are from the wither skeletons. So it's a chance to get one, a 10% chance of getting one of these from a wither skeleton. However, these are used for a bunch of different things. However, you can make with this a really cool thing called Cursed Earth, which is this, and basically use the drop of evil on dirt, and as it says, aggressively spawns mobs when in darkness. Only fire can stop its spread. So essentially, if you have, obviously I'm not going to do it right now, I'm going to trash that and some other bits. Put me trousers back on. But what I'll do is I'll use these as an example. So if I had something like that, I could use the drop of evil on it. However, obviously if that was dirt, by the way, if I was to do it out here, I would literally destroy this world because it would just aggressively spread everywhere, basically. Like if I done it here, this whole place would be engulfed by mobs. Now, for the outside, that's a bad idea, but for the inside, it's actually quite a good idea. I'm not going to do it. That was a bit silly. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have everything in the way of being able to store all of the drops and stuff. And also, I do want to upgrade the mob masher as well. So that's going to be something a little bit later on. I think, yeah, that's probably a good idea to keep that for another day. So I want to make that absorption hopper, if I can remember how it's spelled. There we go. So all I need is obsidian, which luckily I have. So now with this, if I go back down to the mob farm, I can now set this up so that it will collect anything that is dropped within here. So I can now actually get rid of all of those hoppers that I set. And I can move this up now. So let me just build my way back up. And then what I can do, I just break these two for the moment. place this here and then a chest on top. By then selecting this, you then click, you then find up and then click it so it says item. So any items that are dropped within here, this hopper will basically pick it up and put it into the chest. Now what we need to do is define the area in which it's going to collect. We don't want it to collect outside here. So what you can do is use the offsets. So what I want to do is find this one, which I believe is this one. Like so. So that means that anything within that radius, so if I throw a potato in there, it's now disappeared because it's here. So that will actually help us out a little bit now. So if I go back round there and put the masher back in place, like so, and then put that there. Have I just used? Let me just make those bricks I needed. I need to run back down and get the masher back. Ah, there we go. So obviously collected them whilst I was breaking the wall. That's what it was. Then switch that back on. That should now be spinning. And now we can seal that back up. So for the moment, it's going to be a very basic mob farm. But the end goal basically is we'll be able to increase the size of this place, especially when we have the means of storing all of the drops and stuff that we'll get from it. And then we can use this drop of evil for that one. But for now, it should work. I hope. So I'm going to leave it alone for a while and we'll find out probably in the next video whether that's actually worked. Because it's come to the end of this episode. It's been a bit all over the place, I'm going to be honest. I've died twice because I'm an idiot. And we've only got that little mob farm done as well. It's very, very slow at the moment because obviously I'm trying to build things that's going to help further on down the line kind of thing. So as soon as, you know, I've gained some traction and I've got more stuff, you know, in the ways of, you know, resources and things like that, we'll be a lot better off. So bear with, the video should hopefully speed up very soon. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video though, make sure you give it a like rating, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, make sure you turn on notifications to get notified next time I upload a video. And yeah, until then, I will see you in the next one.